mistakes and no accident. We ignoring the standard set cause our lowest is passionate. This alone is a classic hit. I'm a verb amongst adjectives. If the industry full of and my words is a laxative. I'm a maniac on these beats. I'm insane and it's not discreet. I'm enraged because y'all ain't see it. I'm spraying on every street, entertaining, no whack opinion. Who's saying we not elite? I'm over Balenciagas. I'm changing it.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we've got C.J. Stroud.
The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And leading them out, an exciting second-year QB out of Liberty. Went through some growing pains as a rookie. Here's Malik Willis.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Willis going to throw it right away. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Here's a give to Spears. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Here's 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Willis. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback. The 2nd overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 32 on the play. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Touchdown, Houston! Dameon Pierce with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
From the gun, here's Willis. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. You look at the defense for these Texans. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it. Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. And the Texans scoop it. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Following the fumble recovery, Stroud. His throw incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Phillips now from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Back to throw, Willis. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Out of the gun to give to Spears. A nice little juke. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You look at the defense for these Texans. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Robert Quinn able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Willis. Pass to the tight end, Wiley. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot him. Damian Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in week 15, and it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston. Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Well, go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. The Texans at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go.
2nd down and 3.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
Pierce now up the middle. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! Jarnell Mooney, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. Defense is always tough to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. On second down, here's a run from Haskins. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Willis looking to throw it. Flushed out right. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. He'll wind up getting 4 yards. But it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
And shedding through the tackle. Well, following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Ready, set.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On the bootleg, Stroud. That's complete. It's Collins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown! Nico Collins. 52 yards. And the Texans continue to pull away here in this first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too. because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Ready, ready.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Ready.
Now Willis to throw. And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Spears. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. A run there on first down, and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 5.
Roll. Bring it. Unlock line. No.
The Spears with another carry. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Hand off to Spears. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And no. Will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always.
Julio Jones all alone. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down, Mills. And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw, Mills. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Titans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Completion to Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys.
Mills hit, and he loses the ball. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the 1st down.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Mills. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. And down inside the 15 he goes. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. So we've reached halftime here. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Holding. Receiving team.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Singletary again. They find some open field here. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Off the play fake, Mills. Man open, here's Jones. A huge play there for Houston. 55 yards.
And you'll find some version of this play in just about every playbook in the NFL. It's an X-post cross. So on play action, you let the X receiver get downfield and start working right to left across the formation. What a beautiful throw. And it all comes together for big yardage.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 62 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each
and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Devin Singletary taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Let's go.
Willis out of the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
He finds his man complete. That's Phillips. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
Ready.
And now a run with Spears. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Willis saw the option to the right. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Folk's kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Houston set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. They go right back to Singletary. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And they'll try to throw here. Mills. Complete to Jones. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 1 now.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit,
wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll toss this right side to Singletary. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Automatic 1st down.
Okay, ready?
Now Willis on 1st and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Ready?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jason Pierre-Paul, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I noticed you used the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Willis, got to have this one. Oh, into a sea of defenders, have intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
60 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Singletary here running out of the gun. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
19, Tiger.
They run here with Singletary. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Singletary again. And this time he is in for a Houston touchdown.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here comes Cohen. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Texans will take over. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Singletary to get the drive started. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Holding, offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Singletary trying the left side. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Mills. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. That one caught out wide by Julio. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35.
Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On 1st and 10, Mills. And he rifles one incomplete. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. Phillips now from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Their front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pen
under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On the return is Cohen. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of
making up. They been calling me dough. I been picking the clothes. I been knew I was gold. I told them. I told them I would make 1 million. I showed them how a black building. I told them and I showed them. I told them I'm a black reptilian. I told you that should expose you. Need an explosion. Lean on my shoulder. Thinking of folded. This picture the homies. Ignorant. Penitentiary teachers. We selling slavery sentence. My Twitter feed never mention these. Feeding our children these. Blood in the mentions. But rappers ain't worth a mention. These getting attention for selling. Ignorant. I believe in black. And I can see the rap. And I believe in cap. And I agree with cap. I believe in rap. I believe that I'm that.
I can get it gone in a blink. We can make a from the sink. He can make a call if he tweet. I can make a ball when I speak. Brother used to hide 100. The hashback partner used to bust a couple scams off of Snapchat. Shorty tryna come up on the bands cause of that. We don't give a Uncle Sam if you ask that. Where the money in the middle. Boy, I just solved the riddle for this pound cake. Giggles, now I see fiddle all around me. He little, my head was on a swivel. He was pushing a rental. Ain't it coincidental? He ain't really talking money. Who he talking to? Homie hopping, need a they awesome. I can charge a band to get a glimpse of what I'm about to do. They be talking to every about what they ought to do. I ain't tripping off of nothing. My name is Topic Discussion. If I give them attention, they all would probably start blushing. So power and hunt is the only thing that I'm crushing on. Bonafide stood on everything that I stepped on. I can get it gone in a blink. We can make a from the sink. He can make a call if he tweet. I can make a ball when I speak. Brother used to hide 100. The hashback partner used to bust a couple scams off of Snapchat. Shorty tryna come up on the bands cause of that. We don't give a Uncle Sam if you ask that. Where the cash at?
They couldn't see me coming with binoculars. Even if they did tell me who the was stopping us, the options keep popping up. Cops trying to lock us up when it's out the picture, but it ain't no Diddy cropping this. Sorry, officer, I'm a hood philosopher. In the open all the chakras up the block inside it and molten lava. Check it, thermometers. These rats is synonymous to climates in Guatemala, bro. Bet your bottom dollar your favorite rapper to get devoured. Sign his death certificate quick. Like sayonara. In fact, it's better if he quit and save himself a problem. He ain't got a chance to solve him. Tell me get him any
gone in a blink. We can make a from the sink. He can make a call if he tweet. I can make a ball when I speak. Brother used to hide 100. The hashback partner used to bust a couple scams off of Snapchat. Shorty tryna come up on the bands cause of that. We don't give a Uncle Sam if you ask that. Where the cash at?
Hey, used to have a silver tooth when I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got a shorty clean the fitness, I'm a diamond in the front it back. Used to have a silver tooth when I was just a pup. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. I let shorty clean the fitness, I'm a diamond in the rough. First order of biz, no snitch, and I try to keep it silent, but the kids don't listen. And got another hit, no flinch, and I tell them send a watch that I can fit both wrists. She on the class trying to get a nigga. She think I'm a last cause I got a pass with her. And I ain't trying to let her down, but I'm not. If you was trying to settle down, get a fact. Song pull up in the city with a nice jump. Lights on. Chinese throw the chicken, need a wipe to throw the rice on. Pull up double park with all the ice on. Pick up like, she running up, she one of them. She pay her bill, she it up. 52nd Street, I double down, then I doubled up. 2023 and I'm the only coming up, yeah.
Can't stop till we all up in. I drop with the whole world sing. Rock when I do like this. It's the big black dog.
Hey, used to have a silver tooth and I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pups. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got a shorty clean the pendants, I'm a diamond in the rough.
24 karat VVs in the stars. Rings going off like Michael with the clubs. Only one model with designers in the thugs. When we shop at Rick on, bring a bottle full of couple platinum records later, still I got the game locked. Come on, lines fresher than Tory Lane's pop. Who got his swerve and is missing every raindrop? Hit him with the then they get their brain swap. Walk around like I'm Nego with the diamonds in the clock. You ain't walking on these, I got diamonds in my socks. Might be funny like I'm Biggie, but I'm riding like I'm Pop. I'm the king of your city, give a about your block. Lights on, lights off. Go on, twerk it if you know that off. Deep dive and get lost. Go on, turn up if you know that you the boss.